task today is to make a book review on a book called Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. And I was given the task to make a review on Chapter 5, Law of Covetousness. Covetousness meaning to become an object of desire. Synopsis. The author started the chapter by saying this: Absence and presence have very primal effect upon us. Too much presence suffocates, a degree of absence spurs our interest, and therefore, in this chapter, the author helped us discover on how we could make ourselves an object of desire among people around you. Did I get it right? Abstract. When talking about keys to human nature, the author assessed that by nature, we humans are not easily contented with our circumstances. The moment we possess something or we get what we want, our mind begins to drift towards something new and different and to imagine we can have better. Okay, so that's the key to human nature. We are insatiable beings. Okay, however, the author also included in this chapter 3 ways of how to become an object of desire that is coveted by all. Okay, the first key point, the first strategy being to know how and when to withdraw. You know, this is the essence of the art. You have a presence that people can see and interpret. If you are too obvious with this, if people can read you too easily and figure you out, if you show your needs too visibly, then they will unconsciously begin to have a degree of disrespect. So know how to read the room. That's strategy number 1. Right. Strategy number 2 is to create rivalries of desire. People sometimes don't realize that they tend to gravitate towards something that other people have. Okay, so by exploiting that, you could make yourself a little bit more desirable by creating some sort of rivalries so as to make people want you more. And the third and final strategy to make yourself desirable is by using induction. We live in a time of great freedom compared to the past. Our every move is followed digitally. So by using the power of social media, we could actually create something powerful. We could dangle in front of people the prospect of grasping the unattainable or the impossible. Make yourself seen, but not too much, and people will crave for more. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you can become an object of desire according to the author. Strength. Will you cut that? Can you just stay in one place, please? Thank you. Much better. Okay, let's move on to the strength. As for the strength I found in the writing, I found the examples, the stories, the metaphors, they're all relatable as well as being on point. I don't think there's a single example that I couldn't relate to myself and my past experience. So I give him credit for that. And also story packed. I think it's if you're being a writer, that's how you write a book. As for the weakness, I found the author, Robert Greene's choice of words is somewhat peculiar. I think the fact that he's from another generation contributes to him using words that are beyond my comprehension. I mean, I can't go 2 pages without referring to thesaurus and online dictionaries to understand what he's trying to say. That's what I think. And then I think when he went with the stories went on for far too long. So yeah, I think his stories and examples are far too lengthy to my taste. And finally, compared to his previous publications, I think this book is a far cry from his previously best-selling publications, such as 48 Laws of Power, which sells well. And this one is just basically him trying to recreate his past success. As for the conclusion, I found that the most compelling lesson that I learned from this chapter is to learn how to read the room. Meaning, you need to know when to withdraw when people see you too much, and also to know that sometimes absence is what's gonna make people want want you more. Okay, that's what I think. And also, point number two that I learned from this chapter is moderation is key. Sometimes when we crave for other people's attention, we tend to become overly clingy, too needy, and some people can't handle that. Some people are turned off by that. So maybe even though our intention is to get to grab other people's attention, so when we're around people, know that we need to do things in moderation and not to overdo it. For the final lesson that I learned from this chapter is to appreciate everyone and to not take anybody for granted. Yeah, I guess that's it from me. I hope everybody could benefit from this chapter. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm out.